channel 372, where we're trying to help you.
My name is Rick.
And I'm Punt.
And our topic today is
the gay rights movement. Over to you, Rick.
The U.S. has had a very dark history, especially regarding the gay rights. As for example, in 1779, Thomas Jefferson proposed a law that would mandate castration for gay men. Now, if you're like us, you probably don't know exactly what castration is, so we're going to demonstrate that for you. At this time, the most common penalty on the books for homosexuality was death. Discrimination against homosexuals continued for the next 190 years. Luckily, the gay rights movement began in 1969. Before then, there was a real disconnect between political progress and lesbian and gay organization. During this year, NYPD raided a gay bar in Greenwich Village and started arresting employees and performers. However, they got more than what they bargained for when a crowd of some 2,000 gays and heterosexuals 3 days of riots ensued. These are known as the Stonewall Riots and are seen as one of the first uprisings in the gay community.
Since then, gay rights have slowly progressed. In 2003, in the beautiful state of Texas, officers responding to a noisy neighbor's complaint interrupted two men having sex in their own apartment and promptly arrested them for sodomy. The Lawrence v. Texas case went all the way to the Supreme Court, which took down Texas's sodomy law for the first time in U.S. history. Celibacy was no longer the implicit legal standard for lesbians and gay men, and homosexuality itself ceased to be an indictable offense. Also, several states have established that same-sex couples could achieve some basic partnership rights through the separate but equal standards of domestic partnership and civil unions. However, in 2004, the prospect of any state actually honoring the concept of marriage equality with respect to same-sex couples seemed unrealistic. All of this changed when seven same-sex couples challenged Massachusetts' heterosexual-only marriage laws in Goodrich v. Department of Public Health, and won unconditionally. This decision mandated that marriage itself must be made available to same-sex couples.
Now, no other states have followed Massachusetts' lead, but with President Barack Obama's recent endorsement of gay marriage, there is a good chance that this will change. To see how this topic was impacting the people of inner-city Seattle.
Yes, we did.
Reporting live on the app is Rick
and Punt.
La 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 la, wait till I get my money right. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless.
I think it's a pretty big issue, but I don't think it needs to be. Obviously a really big supporter of gay rights. I wish it wasn't an issue at all. I don't like North Carolina, but honestly I think that hopefully it'll end up panning out to be a good thing, because eventually I think it's going to be equal rights everywhere. Okay. Just a matter of time. I mean, personally I'm growing tired of it. I think that people are going to start growing tired of it. I think right now it's kind of starting to escalate, but eventually it'll hopefully die down. So kind of both, but I think it's going to eventually get exhausted and move on over to something else.
I think it's a pretty decent-sized issue.
Okay. And is America growing tired of the gay rights movement, or is it just getting started?
I think it's just getting started.
Okay.
Well, I'm a gay man. Came out in the 70s, and fortunately I didn't have a lot of the difficulties that some of my friends had, because my dad opened a gay bar, which is why I came out to him. So it's a very important issue to me and to my friends. It's just getting started. Every poll shows numbers creeping upwards for acceptance of such things as marriage equality and adoption rights. And with Don't Ask, Don't Tell being gone, and Doma fighting its last tooth and nail to stay there, I think it's becoming to the point where more people are aware of it.
Yeah.
More people know they know gay people, and they know that we're not monsters, and we're not going to sneak out and steal their children at night.
I don't really care about it. I think people should be able to do whatever they want to do.
All right.
Very, very big issue. I hope it's just getting started.
Yeah.
I think it'd be ridiculous if they got tired of people's needs, but yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
In our country, I think it's a huge issue. It's really important to me, especially in our city and state right now, with it coming on the ballot in November. I think it's just getting started, personally. I think that a lot of people are realizing that they have a voice, and gay people and straight people are realizing that, they can both come together.
It's a pretty big issue. I think especially with a lot of the current presidents and everything. I'd say really within the past 5 years especially. I think a lot of people are getting tired of it just because it's always in the media. And all the states seem to be going back and forth on their policies regarding it.
It's more of a personal issue than it is a big
personal
issue.
struggle.
Yeah, it's like, it kind of varies from person to person. I do think people are growing tired of the issue. However, I do believe it's just getting started.
Yeah.
How can you get tired?
All right.
How can you get tired about this?
All right.
Now you see, President Barack Obama said Wednesday he supported gay marriage, reversing his position on a controversial social issue just 6 months before the November election, and adopting a stance fraught with uncertain political implications.
Marriage. At a certain point, I've just concluded that, for me personally, it is important for me to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should be able to get married.
Now how about that? Mr. Obama is the first sitting U.S. president to publicly support gay marriage. Obama's position puts him squarely at odds with that of Mitt Romney, the Republican nominee. Mitt has said he believes marriage should be between man and woman. He also opposes civil unions and says he would back a constitutional amendment banning gay marriage. Looks like it's fourth down, pun.
States have adopted constitutional bans on gay marriage, also including the presidential election battlegrounds of Wisconsin, Michigan, Virginia, Colorado, as well as Florida and Ohio. It's hard to determine how Mr. Obama's view will affect his standing in those states. Punting it over to you, Rick.
Thank you. Currently, there has been an influx of acceptance and visibility of the gay rights movement within pop culture. Numerous Hollywood stars, award-winning singers, and even professional athletes have taken a stand for equal rights for homosexuals.
In fact, Google and YouTube collaborated, live streaming a play called 8. It was about a federal trial that overturned a California law banning gay marriage. This play strives to tell the objective by using court transcripts, and although its politics are pretty bold, the play is written by the artistic screenwriter Dustin Lance Black, and stars many well-known Democrats, including George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Martin Sheen, Jane Lynch, Kevin Bacon, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's awfully slick, Rick.
Sounds like a great play.
Yeah.
Locally, Seattle-based hip-hop artist Ben Haggerty,
also known as Macklemore,
is starting to take a stand as well. Whether backing it during his concerts, preaching it between songs at concerts, or wearing shirts that promote it, Macklemore is finding any way possible to speak up for gay rights. What a great guy.
Yep. There's also a lot of support in the professional sports community. Steve Nash, a former NBA MVP for the Phoenix Suns, has become one of the most vocal supporters of the gay rights in the athletic arena. He shocked millions when he said that he had several gay teammates and that their sexual orientation did not concern him. And on a radio broadcast, Steve said recently, anyone who's not ready for this needs to catch up. Speaking about the NBA, you see the game last night?
I did actually, and if any of you missed it, OKC leads the series 1-0.
Against Miami Heat.
That is right. In the United States, there is a growing sense of inevitability about gay marriage, despite public opposition. And celebrities should take credit, for beneath the political radar, they have ignited a cultural revolution.
Yep, and it's very true. Simply by driving down the street or turning on the TV in America, you are bombarded with images of homosexuality as a social norm. Shows that showcase gay characters include Glee, American Horror Story, 30 Rock, Modern Family, The Office, Law & Order, Family Guy, and Teen Wolf. Most of these shows are aimed at teenagers, and even the comic Archie featured a homosexual union in its latest edition. The fact of the matter is that a debate with such enormous consequences is largely being shaped by TV producers. Hollywood's pen has symbolically become mightier than the ballot. Rick Punt.
Two definite sides have been created since the start of the gay rights movement. There are those who support gay rights, and those who believe that marriage should be reserved between a man and a woman. As you can see, the gay rights movement has without a doubt impacted the United States of America. Politically speaking, our president,
Barack Obama,
recently put his full support into backing gay marriage, and numerous citizens are fighting for their state to allow it. Culturally, the gay rights movement has been broadcasted throughout Hollywood and endorsed by celebrities. And socially, this topic continues to divide our nation into gay marriage supporters and opposers.
Yep, and that's our show, so just remember to tune in next week, and we are Channel 372, and we will always try to help you.